presentation of the National Football League.
Six days a week, it's going to be used to forge horseshoes, but one day a week, an anvil is used to forge victories here in Indianapolis. It's been wrong once again at the city's Lucas Oil Stadium, telling us all it is time for football. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in, it's a Monday night primetime showdown between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts.
2026 Indianapolis Colts.
Late groupie out and ready to send this away. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Machine Ali on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, the standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, most exciting player, not just in his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket, and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
Kind of seems to me like somebody was just kind of waiting for prime time. Brought his best out with the very first carry and's got us off and running.
Complete Derrick Henry. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Well, you love when you can go from first down to first down, Brock. Makes things easy for an offense, and it is the primary reason that he gets looks that he does.
Every touch he gets has a solid chance of working out just like that. And it's why many of these first quarter looks have his name all over them.
Trying down the middle with Henry. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Lamar now from the gun. That throw behind his intended target. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's gonna have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Jackson now on 3rd. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's taken down at the 30. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Lamar's going to keep this one. Nearly broke even, but the defenders followed that zone read well. That's going to cost him about a yard. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He'll set up the screen for Henry. Room to run inside the 20. And he's finally taken down at the 16-yard line. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And a nice little run there, gets him 5. 2nd down upcoming.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. From the pistol, Henry. And he will not get the first, but ooh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here's Lamar on his feet. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down, not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock. Pounding it forward, setting an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know, successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
Henry. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Lamar out of the pistol. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
All right, got to get 4 here, Brock, or they're going to have a tough decision to make on this opening drive. Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. Dumps it off to his running back. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
That is Tyler Luke, now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. He's set up, here's Luke to kick it away. Ashton Doolin now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So now the Colts getting their first opportunity on offense in this game. And we'll get a look at a man who's been around the block quite a few times now in the NFL.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite and the game's most important position. It really is a spectacle game anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. They'll go play action. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that is good for an Indianapolis 1st down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
And the hit arrived shortly after that football did, but he hangs on for a gain down to the enemy 44. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. He's going to be caught by Tyler Warren. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. And they're going to throw out of the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That's good for the Colts. First down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
1st and goal. Here's Taylor. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. They'll throw it. That one's incomplete in the end zone. So his first blemish, Brock, after that perfect 4-for-4 start. And wouldn't expect one incompletion, though, to stop him from leading on him this opening drive.
No, I don't think so. And I think more than anything, you see the defense kind of ball can hit the ground on this side.
Anticipating the pass, defense out there in dime. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw now. And he finds him in the end zone for the Indy touchdown. The Colts finish off their opening drive. Well, we all knew who that final pass was going to go to. That entire drive really ran through him, and it continued all the way to 6.
Kind of became clear, right? After the 2nd or 3rd catch, somebody this defense overlooked in their game plan, and it took exactly one series to exploit it. Now, offensively, call it until they stop it.
Blake Grupe to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Ali to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their 2nd possession. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Now Jackson off the play action. To the left and reeled in by Hopkins. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He drops it! Oh, a huge gain in hand, but he couldn't finish the catch. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And 4th and 4 coming up.
Keith, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. You can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They've got 2nd and 7 to start. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Colts going to kick this away now on 4th, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. We see the Ravens making their way out now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Jackson. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. He picks up a good chunk of yards here. Looks to be about 7. He's up to the 37.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They give to Henry on the inside handoff. They stop him at the 39. No 1st yet, but they've got 3rd and very short coming up.
Not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Jackson trying to sneak it. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
That's all you could really expect from a sneak, Kate. 1, maybe a couple yards. So in that way, their job was executed. But the play call, that leaves me, and I think many, scratching our heads.
Here's Jordan Stouts coming on again to punt. Josh Downs deep for the Colts. Ooh, errant snap, but he gets what he can behind this one. The Colts offense set to head out. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution, and more than likely, making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
And he's going to be brought down up at the 31. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
1st down, play action. He throws a bullet to the center. This is caught inside the 15. He takes this one in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts take a 2nd quarter lead. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown.
That is just tremendous play calling. You know, there's some coordinators out there, Kate, that are just Rolodex. Like they flip through their call sheet, they just call whatever's on it.
then there's other coordinators that can stack their plays together. And when you run it, you run that same action of the play action right off of it, and you can make that defense pay. That was a thing of beauty.
Group B to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Group B on now to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. But man, he's in the clear. Space on the right, he's got room. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown.
Kate, you saw me chuckling. You know I love celebrating that run, but you know what I really love? I really love watching those linemen. And they just get to celebrate. They love an explosive play like that. Doesn't mean a long extended drive, just a whole bunch of celebration.
Here's Luke for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. It's Amir Abdullah with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Colts and receiver Michael Pittman Jr. out and ready for their next series. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. They'll start on the ground. Taylor. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
To throw here on 1st down. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Well, the good part is he did bring that play to a stop. Unfortunately, looks like he got banged up on the tackle. He's in some discomfort out there. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And they are going to have to face a 3rd down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
He's going to keep this one. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Right side, this is reeled in by Warren. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable. And it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they were ready for this one. No running room at all. He's taken down behind the line.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It could be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Because once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Quick slant taken in by Pittman. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Throwing from the gun here. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook is wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, Taylor. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Working on first down. And he finds him in the end zone for the Indy touchdown. The Colts take a 2nd quarter lead. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Group B to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Group B on now to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Give him 25 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Steps up, and he's running with it. And He's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Blitz coming here. Jackson. Pass pulled in by Henry. He'll have a little, not a lot. Ball to about the 25. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And this is going to get him right up near that 1st down. But he's marked short after a gain of 7. 3rd down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Mitchell gets it from the gun. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. So the field goal team stays sidelined. They're going to go for this. Running for it. Here's Henry. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Four downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Lamar now from the gun. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Fullback's got it. Look at the power. And the defense holds him at the 2. Brock, he can't get beyond the line. Still a couple yards short of that end zone.
When you get stuff like that on a 2nd down run, the focus kind of shifts from getting a 1st down to just giving your punter enough room to get the ball out.
Stopped at the line on 2nd. Need to fight forward 2 more yards here on 3rd and goal. The tight end in motion now. Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now they're left with 4th and goal. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player, and now as a coach, please don't do that again.
A give to Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Ravens earn the chance to tie before halftime. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. Going now on first down. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
They just get the play off. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the third quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. On the return, here's Doolin. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Starting the third with Taylor. And they'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Short pass brought in. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, a 2-yard run on first down. I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back to throw. Finds him on the slant. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down Colts.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. He's going to throw it. Going with the screen to Taylor. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Option give to Taylor. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you could recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
First down, and they go right back to it. It's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Back to throw. Left side into the hands of Warren. He won't have any room after that quick pass. Well covered by the defense. That play loses yards.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Third down from the gun. And he finds him in the end zone for the Indy touchdown. The Colts take the lead right away in half number 2. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. Puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Group B to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7.
21.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Ali to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. First call here coming from the shotgun. The drive begins with Henry. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Gonna lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
At the 26-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Lamar off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Extra man in the secondary for the Colts now. 3rd down. Third and long. They're going to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking for Zay Flowers. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Straight ahead with Taylor. No one's around him. He's got space. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
And the Colts first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. A quick throw completed out to the left. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
2nd and 3 now. Working now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down around the 34. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Zone read, handoff to Taylor. Breaks a tackle, he's still going. All the way, touchdown, Indy! The Colts take a 13-point lead. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Group B to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts double their lead to 14.
Ravens 21.
Here's Group B on now to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. 1st down. Here's Lamar. This one's to Andrews outright. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Okay, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week. During practice, they're both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. He's hanging on to this one on the 2nd down option, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
From the gun, a run for Henry. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
This is Henry on second. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
On first down, Jackson. Walker hauls it in. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Five still to go here. This is second down. We give to Henry on the inside handoff. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football and defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
First and 10. Here's Jackson. Finds the in route complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
This is second and 6 coming up. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. So it'll be third down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Jackson now on third. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. Lamar throwing again. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23. And again, it's Jackson. He'll step up, and there he goes. And Jackson slides in safely after picking up enough of that first down.
13 yards on the play.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. DeAndre Hopkins, the one he was looking for. So that brings up second down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards.
And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens now within one score in the fourth. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Here's Luke for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens cut the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Ravens 28.
Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Abdullah now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Colts are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. First down, play action. Completed to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Second down carry for Taylor. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Finds him on the crossing route. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Throwing from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Flushed out of the pocket. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Downfield to Warren. He's got it. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
It's a gain of 31 yards. That's good for the Colts. First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Taylor now up the middle. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. He picks up 7, and now it's 2nd and goal at the 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And that's a touchdown! The Colts go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring into a defense. Other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Group B to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Colts double their lead to 14. Here's Group B on now to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Baltimore running its offense out now. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be a sky high right now.
Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. That pass pulled in by Henry. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Mitchell off the pistol give. Galloping inside the 40. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens now within 1 score in the 4th. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Lamar and the Ravens all set for this 2-point try. Keeps it on the option here. And he reaches the end zone, so the 2-point conversion will cut the lead down to 6.
Ravens 36.
Well, they really made getting the 2 points there look pretty simple. Nice time to call that option.
I love the option play, Kate. In short yardage situations, get a true 2-on-1 with your quarterback. Make it simple for him. And that time, well, the simplest one was him keeping it and getting those 2 points.
On the return, here's Doolin. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Colts ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. Has some daylight through the 40. Breaks through and breaks away. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. He'll pick up a 34 yards on that play. And it'll be first down Colts.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. Taylor again. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. We've got whistles and a timeout call by the defense. 2:07 left to play.
Colts, first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. They go again with Taylor. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Now, just before the 2-minute warning can hit, Brock, whistles and a timeout taken by this defense.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Takes the handoff, now to throw. They got there in time. He's taken down. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Colts leading by 6. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Here he is to throw. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. Here's an important kick now for Blake Grupe. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. Grupe sends it through, and that'll make it a 2-score game.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. When they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
Here's Grupe on now to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. First down throw for Jackson. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up 2nd down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Still 10 to go. It's 2nd down now from the 26. From the gun, Jackson has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
And that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Time coverage here from the Colts. 3rd down. To throw. He's able to hit Flowers. Caught. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one at the 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
First down. Here's Lamar. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. That's grabbed inside the 30. him down, but he's got it to the 29. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And he's just going to hook this one into about row C there, and some lucky fan, and all in a heck of a souvenir.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it, 2nd and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Jackson's going to throw again. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
7th play of the drive, offense facing 3rd and 3. Now to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
They've got to go for it in his spot, Brock. This is 4th down. Desperation time here. Short pass brought in. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
A gain of 10 yards. That's it.
So the Colts get the win at home inside of Lucas Oil. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indy.